Okay, so now I would like to show you lower extremity bracing. Okay, this is an example of a lower extremity brace. They go by AFOs, which stands for ankle foot orthosis. You can call it a foot brace. It's also known by that colloquially. This, for ALS patients, something like this, or in this category, can be really, really beneficial at keeping you on your feet and keeping you upright. If you have any symptoms of maybe not being able to walk so well, what you'll see is what we call foot drop. When you bring your foot up off the ground, your toes are in the way and you might be tripping. You might have trouble getting over small things that are on the ground that you need to overcome. You might turn your ankle. You might just get really tired and have your knee kind of give out. These are all signs that you have some weakness, and they're all signs typically that we can easily support and get rid of with something like this. Okay? The good thing about orthotics these days is that we used to use a lot of plastic, which has its own good things, but it tends to be not as flexible. It tends to be a little bit heavier in the bigger braces that we get into, and a bit archaic. Still used today, but as kind of a replacement for that, we've started using carbon graphite in our braces because it's lightweight, it's very strong, and it can incorporate dynamics or movement into it at the same time. Without actually having a joint in here, we can get those dynamics. So, very supportive, lightweight, and dynamic. The other thing is that there is quite a few designs available now using this material. Some of them are pre-made, and some of them can be custom-made. This is an example of a pre-made one. This is an example of a pre-made one. And this is an example of a custom carbon one. Now, the times that we would go with something like this is when we need lots of support, so we would customize it to that individual. Our goal at the end of all of this is to keep you, the ALS patient, standing, walking safely, not tripping, and saving some of your energy as you're walking as well, for as long as possible. So what this will do when you first start wearing it as an ALS patient is it'll feel a little bit strange because it's not naturally part of your body, but in a short period of time you'll get used to how you're supposed to walk in it. And pretty much, it doesn't require a lot of thought because it returns your gait back to normal mechanics. Okay? So now, when you're using this and your foot comes off the ground, you come down on your heel like you normally would. And when you're over and with all of your weight on it, you're stabilized like you normally would. And then you roll off of the toes. So what we're trying to do is return normal mechanics to you in light of having weak musculature. And most people get used to it very, very quickly, and they are blown away by what it does for them and what they no longer have to do. Because one of the things, if you're not wearing this and you have those issues, then you are compensating with the rest of your body. That is a big energy draw, and it also is a big safety risk. So those are two great things that are returned right away by using something like this. So the benefit of lower extremity bracing such as these is that it can keep you walking, you the ALS patient. And my experience has been that people will come in, I will evaluate them, and they might be newly diagnosed, they might not be. And I wind up fitting them with one of these braces, one of these AFO braces, for example, and they walk around and they are completely shocked that A, they didn't do this sooner, and B, that it could make that much of a difference in their walking and increasing the safety of their walking, decreasing the energy it takes to walk, and keeping them upright for longer periods of time, which for ALS patients is everything. And I've had people walk out of my office in tears because they can't believe what a difference it makes.